Say that you find yourself needing to dress up for a formal occasion, whether it's a date, a dinner with your boss, or just a meeting where you're expected to wear formal clothing. Something you should always wear is obviously a button-down shirt. However, something that I would also recommend for you to wear is a tie or an ascot. Now, the most common type of tie, and what people usually claim to be the easiest one to tie, is a necktie. Now, in order to tie one of these, if you are right-handed such as myself, what you'll have to do is, granted, hopefully you have a shirt that the collar is not buttoned. That always adds a little bit of time in case you're in a rush. But what you'll want to do is make sure that the broad end of the tie is on the side of your dominant hand, and that you stretch it out so that the narrow half of the tie, on your left-hand side in this case, is going to be much, much shorter than the right half. Drape it over once more, and because this is a long tie, I like to go for a third time around, and up and over. Now, the next step that you'll want to do is actually on that last pass around, you'll want to put a bit of a space. I like to use my fingers for this, and then pull the top part of your tie through. And all you have to do from there is just readjust your knot to make sure it's lined up correctly. Reapply your collar, and it should be all lined up and ready to go. Something you'll always want to be careful to avoid is that the back part of your tie should not be longer than the front part of your tie. In this case, something I like to do for a bit of a quick fix is actually, well, first you'll want to pass it through this little loop that's on the back of each of your neckties, but you'll want to take this back part and just sneak it into your shirt. And from there, nobody can tell unless they know. But there you are, a quick, simple necktie. Now, that's also by far the most basic form of neckwear, because it's the simple little tie. Now, this here is a bow tie. It's my own personal preference of neckwear, and they're not nearly as hard to tie as other people might have you believe. Now, what you'll want to do is apply it onto your shirt underneath your collar. Pull back down your collar. In this case, since I'm wearing an Oxford shirt, you'll want to button the collar back down, and well, there we are. Little clumsy fingers sometimes, but if you will, you'll see that it's shaped somewhat like two fish, or at least for the standard bow tie shape it is. Now, what you'll want to do is on your dominant hand side, make that sort of side of the tie longer. Cross it over the front, pull it up through the back, if you can see that there, and pull. From this point onwards, you cannot get it tighter around your neck. You can merely just adjust the shape of the tie. So hopefully by now you're at a comfortable pressure on your neck. And you'll want to fold the back half, the bottom tie here, up in a 90-degree angle. Form the front tie down right through the middle, fold across. Now you'll have this little window that I have my finger through here now. And with that, you'll want to actually go through with your tie. If I can find that here. It's a little rough to show people sometimes, but fold that through the front. Go again on the side, push through, and from here it's just a step of straightening and evening out your tie. And like so, we have a bow tie, quick and ready to go. You'll also notice, and this is important for untying your tie, that on the bow tie you'll have one side having a front part of 2, and on the opposite side you have the front part having one width of tie, but the 2 is in the back. So it forms a sort of crisscross or checkered pattern. What you'll want to do is actually take the single parts, pull, and it comes nicely undone. Stretch out again, and remove from your collar. Now, by far the fanciest, or I would like to consider highest tier of neckwear would be an ascot. and it's actually by far much easier to tie than the bow tie, and much, much easier to tie than most necktie knots. However, it's very uncommon, and if you wear it, hopefully you like standing out. So, in this case, I have one of the same pattern. You'll find that it looks like two sort of sharp paddles. Once again, just like with the other two, you'll want your dominant hand side to be longer than the other side. And cross over once, up and over again, and nearly up, across, and down. And from here you can adjust it, make it more wide. And what you'll want to do is not wear it on the outside of your shirt. I've done that before when I first started wearing ascots. It looks ridiculous. But let's just reapply our collar here. And simply put, you tuck the ascot on the inside of your shirt and apply the ascot like so. And that's all you would need to do for tying one of those. Now, with any tie, there's always a nice little adornment available, and it would be a pocket square. I have one here with me. It's the same pattern. Well, the same pattern is kind of nice if you like a little bit of continuity in your outfit. Otherwise, if you like to stand out even further, you could have a plain tie and a patterned pocket square. That's the other combination that I myself usually like to use. Now, here we have a pocket square. On one side, it's a finished pattern. On the other, it is not. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to fold this. And there are multiple ways to fold a pocket square. It's just this is my preferred style. We'll fold it into a triangle. And you'll want to fold your corners of your triangle in towards the top middle one. Now, what you'll see is just this sort of shape here. What you'll want to do is just then move that down into your pocket and adjust it so it's nice, symmetrical, but it doesn't look too forced and inorganic. And now, ready to go to a nice formal occasion. We just would need our suit, and everything is all set and ready to go.